Greetings from sunny Florida.
Since this is Earth Week, I thought I'd do a couple of cloud pours. Now this is one I did a couple years ago. It was my first cloud pour and it turned out very well. It's on an LP 12-inch vinyl record. And this one is a different type of cloud effect. I used it for the sky of this scene. But today I'm going to use the recipe that MelyD recommends. MelyD is the originator of the cloud pour. She lives in Quebec, Canada. And her recipe is just, for the cloud pour, 50% DecoArt satin enamels and 50% Artist Loft soft body. I mean, she has a few recipes, but this is one of them. And I mixed it in here and I added water to thin. So I didn't add any Floetrol. And same with the colors. I'm not adding any Floetrol at all, which is new for me. So I'm using earthy tones, but I'm including blue. This is Liquitex Burnt Sienna. And so it's just the paint, a squirt of Liquitex medium, gloss medium, and then some water to thin. And then this is Liquitex light olive green. Again, similar consistency. This is Artist Loft blue soft body. And I'm using Liquitex bright aqua green. And so that's going to be for my first cloud pour. Now if I have enough paints left, I'm going to tackle a second one, but do it a little differently. I'm going to eliminate this, the Artist Loft blue, and I'm going to substitute Artist Loft silver. And I'm going to try putting my colors on a puddle base, and that will be a blue base. This is Color Snap it's from the Sherwin-Williams store. They don't make these samples anymore, unfortunately, but I thought the title or the name of this was very appropriate. It is Blue Blood, very appropriate for my paint can. And I think it may be the same color I used, or something similar that I used in the sky here. We'll see. So we'll see what happens.
Just to reiterate, I didn't use any Floetrol in either of the two following pours. I used mostly water to thin. I used a splash of Liquitex in the colors. I did find that I had to use more paint than I normally would if I had thinned it out with Floetrol. But the colors in the end were very vivid.
So I'll be pouring into this cup and doing a type of ring pour. I always like to put the cloud mix against the blue. We're only going to put another blue. I'm not sure about those two colors together.
If you are enjoying this video, please like and subscribe below.
Set it down and decide what to do here. There's some very interesting effects. So I like 2/3 of it, just too much of this. But I'm afraid if I tilt here, I'll get rid of some of these nice effects. So what do I sacrifice to get rid of this white blob? If I go that way, it's going to sacrifice everything in this area. And if I kind of go in this direction, I'll sacrifice this, but be able to stretch out some of this. So I think that's what I'll do. Although I'll be getting rid of the yellow. Do a little of both. Not a lot of paint left to tilt off. Now I'm distorting my nice rings here, but what can you do? It's as broad as it is long. So very beautiful effects on this one. Well, thank you, MelyD, for your recipe. MelyD is a fellow Canadian. I was born and raised in Niagara Falls. So, if I have enough paints, I'll try pour number 2, this time with the blue base. So I scraped up my paint drippings, saved them, and I'll use them in this pour. Why not? Waste not, want not. And I'll use the same cup as before. Why not? But I'm using blue as my base. Just a puddle in the middle. Just to see what happens. And I'll start with the white. whatever goes on the bottom comes out last, so that'll be against the blue, along with the remnants on the bottom of the cup. Now the order, maybe I'll put, I think I'll put some of this aqua in. There's not a lot left. And some of the remnants. And maybe some of the silver. Some more white. To watch I don't use too much white. I go overboard with it. Some of that olive green. Burnt sienna. A little bit of white. Much. So I don't want a big white blob again. Leftovers. Leftovers that look greenish. So I'll put my aqua green against it. And silver. White. A lot of bubbles. A lot of silver. I'm getting that yellow again. And some lumps or bumps or bubbles or something. I see puffy clouds on the outskirts, on the blue part. Boy, there's a lot of silver. I think that's all I put in here. Of course, it's going off kilter. There's some cloudy effects coming out. So that Liquitex aqua green, light aqua green, reacts with the DecoArt satin enamel. The enamels, because it's plural. So I want to get some of that blue out that was in the remnants on the bottom. I didn't put any blue in this time, but that's the leftover from the last cup. It doesn't flow over the edge before I finish this. Never ending. looks very different from the last one. The silver made a big difference. I don't know if it's in a good way. Keep moving here.
So here's a side-by-side comparison of the two pours, freshly poured. They're still wet. As you can see, they're totally different. Neither of them used any Floetrol whatsoever. I prefer the first one. I don't know what you think. Let me know in the comment section below. But this one looks like it could either be a galaxy with shooting stars and meteorites, or else an undersea scene, underwater world. So you can interpret it either way. And this one has very beautiful effects. I used that blue puddle on the base, and it's peeking up in the center, but I did have some blue remnants in the bottom of the cup when I reused the cup from the first pour, so that's in the center as well. The paint drippings that I scraped up and used in this pour had a sort of a greenish tinge to them, and they would have included all the paints mixed together as well as the cloud mix. So that's what you see on the left side. But again, no Floetrol in either of these pours. Well, as pretty as this one is, I decided to pour over it shortly after I took this video. So that video will be coming up in a couple of days. So stay tuned for pour number 3.
So let me know what you think in the comment section below. That's it for today. Have a good day.
And here's the dry result of the first pour. You can see that it dried beautifully. The colors are very vivid and bold. I love it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe below.